Number one, you're super excited. You have this new home and now you want to fill it with all these great things, and you're going to Z Gallery and you're going to Home Goods and you're going to wherever it is that you're going. But you need to stop and think about the money that you just spent. You just depleted your savings account with that down payment. Have a little patience. Don't get caught up into that instant gratification, because there's other costs besides the purchase of the home. Now you have utility bills that are probably more than you were paying when you were either an apartment or a condo or living at home with your parents. You have maintenance things that will come up with your home. It just happens. If you have a garden, you have a gardener you're going to need to pay if you're not doing it yourself. If you have a home with a pool, you have the pool maintenance. So take a breath, enjoy your home, and take some time to think about these added expenses that you have. Use that budget. Give yourself, I would say 6 months, but maybe you're not as patient, at least 3 months, to really work into that budget of what it looks like, and then start adding pieces one at a time, or the new fence, or whatever those projects might be. Think about that. You want to put some money in savings to build back up that capital that you used. Just take some time in filling that home with the things that you want to fill it with. Number two, maintenance on a house. When you purchased your home, when you went through that escrow process, you had a home inspection. So look at that home inspection report. Are there items on there that the inspector called out that maybe need attention? Maybe they said in a year or two the water heater may need to be replaced. Maybe the AC unit needs to be maintained. You should have that maintained yearly, usually before the hot season. So you call the AC company, they come out, they schedule a maintenance, and that will cost you some money. You also want to make sure that you replace those filters at least twice a year. That's the most important thing for an AC unit, to get the life out of that. But again, look at that home inspection report. Maybe you have a wood fence and there's some planks that need to be replaced. Maybe it needs to be painted. There's lots of things that you do when you buy a home that you need it to do it to maintain. There's always something that is going to break or needs to be serviced. Look at that report and take note. Keep an itemized list of what you do, because you'll forget as the years go on. You're excited now, it's brand new, right, to you, home ownership. However, as the years go on, you're going to, when did we put that new roof on? When did we replace the water heater? What did we do here? What did we do there? Do a digital checklist and add to it. This year we did this year we did that. Put the cost on there as well. Maintenance is important. You want to make sure that you have the funds to do those things that need to be maintained. Number three, get help with your taxes. Along with home ownership, you have some deductions. You get to deduct all that mortgage interest that you're paying. So that's a good thing. That will lower your tax basis. If you've prepared your own tax return up to this point, maybe because you had a smaller condo or you're living with your parents or whatever that might be, renting an apartment, I would highly recommend finding a professional CPA to help you with your taxes, so you make sure you get every deduction that you possibly can to help reduce your tax liability. That's part of the benefit of owning a home, writing off that interest. And in the first part of your loan, if you have a loan for 30 years or 15 years, the majority of the monthly payment you make is interest, and you get to deduct that. Find a reputable CPA and meet with them so you know what you can deduct, because that will help you. That's a benefit of home ownership. Number four, property insurance. So that's a tricky one today. That has changed a lot in getting insurance for your home. Now, you had to do that before escrow would close, before the lender would say, yes, I'll loan on this property. However, you want to make sure that you have enough insurance covering your home. It's not just the structure, it's also the contents. And I want to scare you. However, if somebody gets hurt on your property and they do sue you, you do have coverage with your basic policy, but there's limitations on that. I would suggest, I have one personally, to get an umbrella policy. The current company that's insured your property now can give you that, and it's not expensive, and it gives you peace of mind should something happen, and it will protect you. And again, especially if you're a business owner or self-employed. And you need to update your coverage annually. Maybe you add on, maybe you replace your kitchen, you've done some big dollar improvements. You want to have that conversation with your insurance agent so they're aware of the value of the house, so you make sure you have adequate coverage. Like and subscribe if you want more tips on homes or your home.